you're ADHD, you might engage sometimes when you are very social and times when you're not social at all. And if you have ADHD, making friends has to work for you. Typical strategies on how to make friends don't work for us. And there's a lot of advice out there that frankly, I always think to myself, like, if I could do that, I would do that. So how do you filter out the noise? And how do you listen to advice and think, is this right for me? We friend differently, and approaching friendships in a neurodivergent, friendly way and strategies that keep your neurology in mind, to me, is an absolute must. I always say that I don't know that I'm the absolute best at making friends, but I am the person for 20 years who's been talking about friendship and ADHD, and I spend all my time trying to figure out, how do we make this work for us? So how do you set up your own strategies or adapt strategies for you? Well, hi, I'm Caroline Maguire, and I am here to talk about all things ADHD and friendship. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. A lot of my videos are being inspired by you and the things that you come to me saying that you need. Strategies should support your executive function. Executive function is the management system of the brain. It is responsible for all social behaviors and also things like organizing, future thinking, everything. And if you want help with ADHD challenges, it's really hard when a lot of strategies out there, they don't take our neurology in mind. They are meant for typical people who don't have those executive function weaknesses. I think it actually is damaging to us, because what it does is it makes us feel bad when that strategy doesn't work for us. So how do you make your own strategies that help you make friends and keep your neurology in mind? One, I always wonder if the person giving the advice has ADHD or works closely with ADHD folks. Have they tried these strategies with ADHD clients? If the answer is no, then I tend to disregard their advice, because I think it's really important to sort of try things out, figure things out, and know that this works for ADHD folks. Does this ask you to become a totally different person? If so, that's not nice, it's shaming, and it won't work. So that's one of my criteria. Do they know ADHD? Do they know our community? And do they understand how we operate and work? Two, does the strategy look at environment? Dr. Thomas Brown, one of the pioneers in executive function research, talks about something really important, which is called situational variability. The environment has a profound impact on our ADHD challenges. In certain environments, and you may be like, I totally resemble this remark, your ADHD, and it's a medical word, but I'm going to use it, your symptoms or your challenges may be more acute. And in other environments, you're like cooking with gas. You're like, this is awesome, I'm great. I don't even need any support. That may be a little bit of an extreme, but environment has a profound effect on how we operate and on our executive function. And I encourage you to read Dr. Brown's books. They're awesome and very accessible. If strategies don't consider the environment and its impact on us, I really don't find they work. Three, set realistic expectations of yourself. You are not going to be a different person, and I don't want you to be. So we need to have strategies that are realistic and attainable and don't shame or blame us. If we add a couple of steps or have to take a couple of breaths, if you're saying you never get anywhere or speak with anyone at this time, and you're going to try to expect yourself to go to a party, cross a room, talk to random people, that is going to be hard. And I feel like it's just such a huge leap for us. So strategies have to be realistic, and please try to set realistic and supportive expectations of yourself. It is really, really rare that someone can go from, I never talk to anyone, I never socialize with anyone, to crossing a room full of people like at a bar to talk to someone. That is really, really hard. And I don't want you to hold yourself to that standard, because it may be just without enough what I call micro steps, like little steps in between. And again, environments, strategies, support that keep our neurology in mind. You know my number one tip, go to places that are high interest with high interaction where you have a job or a role so that you're not left to just muscle through. That to me is really hard and I don't want you to feel bad. 4, does the strategy keep in mind the need for dopamine and stimulation? We are seeking dopamine, we are seeking stimulation all the time. If strategies about friendship don't encompass our need for stimulation, dopamine, then I'm like, well, then I'm gonna be bored. And when I'm bored, I get agitated. And then I actually feel myself going into fight, flight, or freeze because I've got to get out of here. 5, does the strategy take your neurology in mind and give you support? Support, it's okay to need support. And sometimes strategies really are about muscling through that I see, and they're not about how do I support you so that you can feel good about you. It's really more about that shame cycle. Thank you to everyone who stayed on till the end. Bye, friends.